So Keith Cornett, Corvette blogger. I've got Steve Garrett from Corvette Today podcast, and Sting Ray Robb, who is an IndyCar driver, and he's at the National Corvette Museum, and we'd love to hear what you did here today. So why don't you just kind of fill us in about your day here?
Yeah, so we got a tour of the museum, and then we also had a little bit of trivia. My dad is a big Corvette guy, and so he obviously had all the answers to all the questions, but he gave me a chance to answer first on some of them, which was kind of funny just because all the information I know comes from him. I'm just regurgitating the answers that I've gotten over the years, but it was still really fun. And it was cool to see the upgrades they've made to the museum as well the last few years, because it's been a while since I've been here. 2014, I think, was the sinkhole. 2016 was when I was here, so they were still working on renovations, but they had the exhibit with all the cars that had been in the sinkhole still out at that time, so it seems like they're doing some good things, kind of opening it up. The Stingray Grill, we went and ate lunch there today. So that was good. I got a Stingray burger.
Those are good.
You have to.
Good
Very
stuff.
good.
You have to.
It was a requirement for me. And I joked. I was like, I didn't know that I had so many things named after me. This is great.
Gotta love it, right?
Yeah.
Talk about your season so far. How's it starting?
It's been a rough season so far, a little bit, but it's the way motorsports go. We're in one of the most competitive series in the world. I mean, IndyCar racing it's the top of entertainment as well as competitive nature.
Awesome.
So, last race was really good. We just finished up at Long Beach Grand Prix there.
Right.
And finished 18th after starting, I think it was 25th. So moved up some spots.
Good.
And it just mattered building momentum. The team I'm with this year is AJ Foyt Racing. Right. There's a lot of new guys on the team, and so that's not to say that they're inexperienced. They have a lot of experience, but we need to come together as a team. And so we're still learning the systems that we need to have inside our unit, of practices that we need to have in place, systems that we need to have in place, and just how to build relationships with one another. I mean, I think that's an underestimated part of the successful team is the relationship to connection you have, because the way you communicate can affect how you perform. I mean, you can have the same tools as everyone else, but if you're not working together, you're not going to have a good success.
You're looking forward to the 500?
I am, always.
It's got to be great. I just saw the series on Netflix, I think, called 100 Days to
Indy.
Yeah. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Never seen it before. That is kind of like the IndyCar version of Drive to Survive, isn't it?
It's a great way to show the personalities.
It was fantastic. It was really, really great. I enjoyed it. I just binged through the whole thing, and that's why I asked about the 500 coming up. It's a great thing.
Yeah. Now you're in the number 41 car?
That's correct.
And AJ Foyt, obviously legend at Indy and all over. I think he got to start racing Corvettes back in the day.
He might have.
And your car, I understand, you're very Christian. You have a livery on it that's about prayer. Would you tell us about that?
Yeah, so Pray.com is my title sponsor this year. And the cool thing about that is it's a unique opportunity where most drivers don't get, because usually you're on track missions, winning races, for whatever. Here, let's start at the back.
I'll move this way a little bit.
But you see the opportunity of like a brand coming on board for the on-track mission, right? But being with Pray.com, we have combined off-track and on-track missions. They believe in what I want to achieve.
That's cool.
As far as my life mission goes, and they also support me in doing my success on the racetrack. So it's a really cool thing. I mean, Pray.com is a great app that is trying to help people make prayer a priority.
That's really cool.
That's the name of their game.
So what's the next race coming up?
Next one is in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
At Barber Motorsports Park.
Nice.
Yeah, great track. I love it there.
Because the first couple of races have been street courses, right? You raced at St. Pete and then Long Beach. Is this the first track course you're now going to get on the season? And
we did do the thermal race, which was kind of an exhibition race, a little bit, so non-points. But this is our first official points race at a permanent road course.
You like road courses or ovals better?
I like road courses.
Yeah.
I like turning right every once in a while. If you're turning right on an oval, something is not correct. You're doing something wrong.
It just feels weird, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Now, I read your bio. You're 24 right now, but
22.
22. Wow.
Yeah.
But you've been racing since 5 or 6.
Yep.
And tell us about starting like that. Obviously, your dad is a motorsports person and got you involved. And
it's kind of funny. My name is a big teller of how I got my passion. Obviously, they were big Corvette fans. Sure. But when I was like 3, I had my pedal-powered Corvette. And then I upgraded my battery-powered Corvette, which was a C6R. And then when I was about 4, I asked my parents for a go-kart. And so 5th birthday rolls around. I see it sitting in the garage on the floor. And I shout with as much energy as I could. I've waited my whole life to be 5. So you can see I had a passion from an early age.
That's really cool. Yeah, because everybody in your profession started with karting at an early age too.
Yeah.
How many years did you do the karting?
I did it from the time I was 5 until I was about 14.
Wow.
And then I made that transition around 14, 15 years old.
Are you finding a lot of guys in IndyCar doing the same thing, growing up through karting?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
Because I know that's Formula One style. I didn't know if that was IndyCar as well.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll see a dirt track guy come in from like quarter midgets or sprints, something like that.
Gotcha.
That's less likely because we have to have that road racing background.
Yeah.
The ovals, they're good and you have to have experience in those, but it's a lot easier to adapt from road racing to ovals than it is from ovals to road racing.
Gotcha.
Just a different technique, different driving style. And if you do the road racing, you have more flexibility, it seems like.
Yeah.
Maybe not as nuanced, maybe not as good as some of the
yeah.
ovals, but you can kind of hold your own.
That's really cool. Well, welcome back to the museum. It's great to have you
Thank
here.
you.
Yeah,
Good
now,
to be here.
did your dad grow up with Corvettes as well? Did he have Corvettes before he had you?
Oh yeah, he had them a long time before me.
Uh-huh.
I was the namesake that came after all of the passion. So,
Right.
I know that he's restored quite a few. C2s are kind of his bread and butter.
Okay.
Which personally,
And that makes
I'm
sense because
affectionate to.
Stingray is
Started with C2.
well, he spells it Sting Ray,
Yep,
not
exactly.
not Stingray.
Two words. So
How was it growing up with a name like that?
it was fun.
Was it?
I got plenty of nicknames to go along with it. But, it was what it was.
It's really cool. It's
Yeah.
a conversation piece.
It is.
That's
Yeah.
for
It
sure.
is.
Now, one of our friends, Lance Miller, he puts on these group of Corvette shows in Pennsylvania called Carlisle, and his daughter's middle name is Corvette.
Oh really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
Ella Corvette.
And it's
So-
actually kind of funny. My mom always jokes that if I'd been a girl, my name would be Corvette. So I'm thankful that I was not a girl.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah, this is a great conversation.
Great to have you here.
And good luck for the season. We're going to be watching, and
Yeah.
they do these things occasionally, and I love covering them. Where they'll put like between races, especially when the Corvette is a pace car, they'll put like an experienced driver with a
Yes.
rookie, and they do the course and they talk about it and stuff,
Right.
and it makes for a great video. So
Yes.
try to get in on one of those. We'd
I'd
love to see you there. Yeah,
I'd love to.
And of course, the pros trying to scare the rookie a little bit. So
As
it's-
always.
Always.
Little shade thrown
Yeah,
there.
all right. Well, thank you so much, Stingray.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. That was fun.